So this is the time, John, where all the nerves have got to be used to try and focus your performance, and especially for the driver whose team are in his hands. He's got to put the fact that the guy in front just wrecked and the guy who was supposed to be in front of him wrecked in Heat 1, and just focus on doing what he knows how to do. Cleaning the ice out of the spikes. 400 plus millimeter long spikes to give you the grip on the ice that you need to accelerate this sled. Koreans away from the start as the race gets underway again here in Lake Placid. And with the sled immediately before having crashed, John Morgan, how much is that playing on driver Kim's nerves?
Well, you really can't think about that. They've got enough challenges coming down the track to have any cobwebs of anybody else's previous run. Ooh, that's not good here. Go! 2 in a row. Exact same spot. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with the curve. I think both times driver in.
There's nothing wrong with the curve. Everybody's been getting around it, no problems all week.
You know, you saw him hit the take-on coming in, just like the Brazil sled did. Sometimes you see that, you hit the take-on, it throws you in the middle of the curve. Sled's got no choice but to exit like that. And that's driver up. But, you know, he had a very suspect exit of curve 2. He tapped the wall out of curve 1. Out of 3, he didn't look like he had any control of the sled.
It's so often the case on a bobsleigh track, like any other race course, one corner leads so quickly to another. If you get one wrong, corner 2 is worse, corner 3 is worse again, and eventually it catches you out.
You know, if you think of it, the Brazil sled came way up and around where the camera couldn't see it. The Korean sled didn't come up as far. I think that's related to the violence of the crash. The Koreans had a harder crash in the exit of 7 into 8, and I think that's why they took the speed away. That was a lot harder hit than the Brazilians. Not that either one of them were not violent.
Ice isn't soft no matter how hard you hit it, is it?
Well, we're looking for heads here. We're looking for heads first. Let's make sure these people are okay.
Well, they're all moving and moaning and groaning.
And these Koreans, they finished top 10 yesterday. 8th place. Tied the Germans. Tied Max Arndt, who's in the lead for today's race. The best finish by the Koreans ever in an international competition. The program is on the rise. A developing nation who really is going to make a statement in Korea in 2018. These 4 guys we all saw 4 years ago, they were skinny, 18, 19-year-old guys. Now they've lived in the weight room. Look at the size of them. They have passion. And if you think what Koreans have done to women's golf, what you think they've done with men's golf, it's all about paying attention to the sport, and these guys have done it to this stage. Right here, look him hit the take-on coming in. That forces, look at the runner tips way into the middle. Nothing he can do. Now it's just the lights out. He's running the exit of the curve, and Oppel's up near the wood.
He ran out of ice. That's the highest line I think I've ever seen there.
I've never seen, in all the years I've been calling bobsledding, 2 sleds come down and tip over in the 2 exact consecutive spots like that, ever.
Yeah.
And that's...
I have. Final corner in Winterberg in a 2-man race. First and second in the first heat, both crashed out of the final corner, but that was the final corner, not so high up on the track. That's, and you know, the long wait, the extra hold, the knowledge that the sled in front crashed, he's just over-driving it all the way in there, desperately not trying to make a mistake, and as a result, makes an even worse one.
Look at that. Helmets. It looks like there's still one.
Well, the medical crew are down there.
There's still one athlete. He's moving, and you can see him in now. They got to really worry.
See, under their Lycra, none of these guys are wearing burns vests either, so, you know, you do get friction burns from the ice. You're traveling so far over it, and it's sticky, you know. It hurts. Well, while the medical crew get on with that, we will have another track hold. Making sure that the crew is A-OK is absolutely everyone's priority. We've got plenty of time to get this race run here in Lake Placid.